Hi guys, welcome back to the Library of Alexandria. Today we're gonna sprint. Because I haven't done any like all week or whatever. I've been hard at work most days during the day, trying to record and finish the audiobook for Philip, which is coming along nicely. It should be done in the next week and a half, 2 weeks. Yeah, I did like 125 pages this week, which is pretty nice. So it's almost done. But like 2 days ago, it took me like 4 hours to do 14 pages. And then yesterday, I only had like 2 hours and I did 14 pages, 15 pages. So it just depends on what it is. What's up, Miriam? What's up, Urza? What's up, Heidi? Glad to see there's still anybody around because I've been hemorrhaging subs since I started streaming video game content, just because I play video games anyway. So I'm like, why not just stream it? And like lost like 33 people, which is fine. Like I get it. But I'm not going to start a new channel. I'm just not. If you don't like the video game content, you don't have to watch it. So, but for those out of the loop, I've been playing Elden Ring poorly, I might add. I've been playing Elden Ring poorly because I forgot how to play. Except that, I beat the bosses. They weren't clean. It wasn't clean at all. It was ugly fights, but I beat them. And then Jimmy and I have been playing through Baldur's Gate 3 on an evil playthrough. And those will be uploaded on the channel later if you missed those. Spoiler alert, we killed both the owl bear cub and the dog. And it's so hard to play an evil playthrough on that. So how's everybody? What's up, Derek? How are you guys this evening? I'm going to get work done. On this sprint, I'm going to edit a video. Guys, I'm going to edit a video. I'm going to edit a freaking video. Here's the things I'm going to get done on the sprint. What's up, Jeff? Nice, Kev. So have you beat all the bosses? Like, did you beat it like you went like a really straight path, or did you do everything? But nice. So things that get done in the sprint. What up, Kai? Is I'm going to edit a video, and then I'm going to finish part 1 of Loch Lamora, where I'm on the last interlude before the end of that. And then I'm going to think. I think I'm a full reading vlog about part 1, and talk about my thoughts on part 1 of Loch Lamora. No, we have no trips with the baby in tow, sadly. He has gone out twice to restaurants and been really, really good. In other news, my collarbone is healed. There's still a spike like this that I think is going to go away, maybe, but it is healed. But the doc was like, don't lift any weight above your head. I'm like, does it look like I am frequently lifting weights above my head? Okay. I'm not going, I'm not planning on flying anytime soon where I got to store something in the overhead bin. And I know he didn't think that I go to the gym. So, that's madness, man. That's insanity, Kev. Oh, right on. Nice. Dragon Age 2. Very cool, Jeff. No, it's not. I actually need to do something. What's up, Thornall? No, I wouldn't have gotten on the sprint if I was just going to play Elden Ring. I would have just played Elden Ring. But I figure I should actually get some book content out on this channel. I'm still planning on releasing, bite-sized pieces of these sprints as well, because this is basically my channel. It's listen to me talk about crap. Like if you're subbed to my channel, you probably like hearing me talk about stuff. So I actually have this right here to write down what I talk about before the first sprint, so that I don't have to do the work later and figuring out what the crap the first section's about. What have I talked about? Updates. Like, I can't cover updates. Whatever. Maybe I'll end up talking about something. Elden Ring, BG3, Loch Lamora, kind of. Anyway, Yeah, Evie, I'm gonna edit that video finally. I filmed that at the end of January, guys. Like January 28th is when I filmed that. Ridiculous. Oh my gosh, I forgot I had to reschedule that. I didn't have time to do it, so I have to reschedule it. It'll be in July, hopefully. I have just have to reschedule it. Yeah, I need to talk with Dr. Chase about something, but we don't read the same things anymore. Because I don't read, first of all. Though I appreciate that, Matthias. Though I have read it, I've been back on my reading recently. I really should be farther in more than I am. I haven't read the last like 3 days, because I've been exhausted after recording, and then played video games instead. So, hey, nice, Francois. I'm glad you love it. That's fantastic. I still have to reread that. Me and Chris Nava are going to reread that. Oh, I'm reading Lies of Luckmore currently. What up, Sal? I don't know why I was doing that. Discuss. Oh yeah, I mean, me and Philip discuss his book. I'm excited to read the next one. Like I didn't read the next one because I'm like, I'm just gonna have to read it again when I, go to record it. So I'm pumped to read the next one. Once I finish recording this one, I'll start reading the next one. So that's actually probably the next book I'm gonna read after Loch Lamora. Night, Rogue. What up, Alicia? What, LPQ? I don't know. Whenever I'm able to pick it up or whatever. What's up, Zealy Green? It's not a coincidence. You stopped like Jay Kristoff destroyed your ability to enjoy books, and I understand. Like you're not the first casualty of that garbage. That's true. Oh my gosh, like some of it's hard. Look, chapters that are just like noble people being like corrupt and snooty, those are fun because then I can just do a noble, like snooty voice. And anyway, anytime anybody's monologuing, we're good, unless it's the dwarves. I don't want the dwarves to monologue because I hate it. It's so hard. Why are you in Greece? That's awesome though. Nice, finishing up Sun Eater. That's true. You're right. My apologies to garbage. My apologies to garbage. Sun Eater. I've been told I would like Sun Eater. Those of you out there, will I like Sun Eater? Also, those of you out there, do I like Loch Lamora? Am I going to enjoy that book? Posh Allen must make a return. I agree. Yeah, the cats they got zoomies in the background. Ryan can clap back all he needs to. That's fine. We have an understanding. We have an understanding. Nicholas says I would like Sun Eater. So my thoughts about Loch Lamora. I'm gonna film a vlog about Loch Lamora. Because last time people were like, film a vlog about stuff. I really need to post. I need to make a review of Mercy of Gods, which everyone should go pre-order. Everyone should understand my power to influence people and going to pre-order Mercy of Gods. Even if you haven't read The Expanse, The Mercy of Gods, first book of the Captives War, coming out in August by James S.A. Corey, aka Daniel Abraham and Ty Frank, or Frank. I don't know which one it is. It's so good. Y'all should read it. It's really good. And if you don't like it, you can come back and be like, hey, Alan, I didn't like that. And I'll be like, okay, well, sorry. I liked it. So here's the thing, guys. Like, I was talking with Jimmy about this kind of stuff. I don't understand fandoms that cannot accept that someone doesn't like the thing that they like. I don't get it. When someone doesn't like KJ Parker or Long Press Quartet, which I enjoy greatly, And Anita, since you're here or Pete's here, if I start talking about something, can y'all make a note of it, Evie, so that I can write this note down so I don't forget? I understand that people don't like, everyone doesn't like Long Press Quartet and KJ Parker. I get that. Like, I get that. I even understand why people don't like to listen to me talk. Like, I get that too. I don't get why people hate me as a human because I'm talking like those One Piece fans. But why do certain fandoms like get so pissed when people talk about like series that they don't like? Like, why do people get really mad about that kind of stuff? Like as if they can't imagine a world where someone would not enjoy this thing that they enjoy. Why is it like that? The video game community is like that too. If you don't like Elden Ring, or if you don't like Souls games, someone guess right now in the comments for 5 Allen points. If you don't like a Souls game, why don't you like it? There is only one reason you cannot like a Souls game. Only one. There's only one. There is no other reason you could dislike it. So I'll wait for the responses. No, Mercy of Gods is not dang. Finn's in China, so I ain't gotten a message from him in ages. No, believe it or not, it's not because you're stupid that you don't like a Souls game. I don't understand it. So that is a reason that you don't like a book. The only reason you cannot like a Souls game is because you're not good at it. That's the only reason. Yes, exactly. There you go, Dr. Spaceman. It's because you're bad. That's the only reason. You can't dislike a Souls game other than you suck too much. Like, what? And you can't like a book. The only reason you don't like a book is because you understand it. You understand. Let me explain. No, I got it. I understand what you're saying. That doesn't make it good, or that doesn't mean that I like it. So I don't know why people get bent out of shape about that kind of stuff. Like, people get really bent out of shape because they can't imagine a world where you don't like the same thing that they do. Just think of, I don't know, think of theories where people do that. Malazan is like that. Sanderson is like that. So, I didn't say him first. But Malazan's like that. Sanderson's like that. Sometimes frickin' Red Rising can be like that. I don't know. Other series too. But where people can, people come. It's like, I don't understand why you can't get that people wouldn't like this. Like, I get that you like it, but some people might not. And then, you go after, yeah. So, okay. So Sun Eater, I am less close to that particular fandom, but why do people get so mad? Like, why are you so mad? There you go. There you go. I can get behind a fandom where everybody in the fandom hates the thing. I can get behind that. There you go. First law, Anita, did they come after you? So I don't like that you can't pause a Souls game either. That irritates me. So it's not because I don't like this, I don't like you. It's I don't like this, and also on an unrelated note, I don't like you. Like, that's what it is. It's not one does not equal the other. Is that the best type of fandom, the one where everybody hates something they like? I have witnessed multiple occasions of people not wanting to read Malazan because the fans are rabid. And not all the fans are rabid, but all the fans don't have to be rabid. Just like all Sanderson fans are not rabid. They don't all have to be rabid. I mean, people conflating the two is not my problem. Oh, did you not like live ships? I didn't know the Hob fans were like this. I'm writing down fandoms that are mean for this section of the Chizat. Pete, guys, when Pete is viewing me and Jimmy's Baldur's Gate evil playthrough, Pete is showing his bloodthirsty evil side because he is yeah, I don't know what his problem is, but he delights in our evil choices. I agree, Matthias. I am a bad member of a fandom. I really am. And I have to make a separate video about, like, if I haven't talked about anything else, when I come back from the sprint, remind me to talk about fandom and me specifically in fandom. Because guys, I don't do well in fandoms. I think I'm a terrible member of a fandom. As soon as something has a fandom around it, like, I don't want to be part of it. I don't like other people liking those things as soon as it becomes a fandom. I'm a big fan of people liking things, and I'm a big fan of being a fan of things. I'm not really good at being part of a community of people that like something. I don't think I'm very good at it. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, all fans aren't like that, but the problem is the loud, mean ones are loud and mean enough to where people don't want to freaking do it. You know, the book can't have issues. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what people who don't like things don't understand. The fandoms are right. Like, if you didn't like something, like, the book doesn't have problems. You have problems as a person. Yeah, but no one sticks up for Wheel of Time. Like, I've never seen. I'm like, Wheel of Time fans, I think, are just like beleaguered, like beaten down, just people who are just trying to live their lives. Like, do people get onto people? Like, are Wheel of Time fans, like, do they come after people? Do they really? Like, surely they don't. Surely Wheel of Time fans don't understand that. Yeah, it's Wheel of Time, and they like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why can't you be a super fan of something and also realize that that some things are bad? Guys, I hate Return of the Crimson Guard. I hate it. I don't think it's a good book. I don't think it's a good book. But that doesn't mean that I hate Steven Erikson or hate Ian Esselmont or hate Malazan. But I don't think Return of the Crimson Guard is good. Preach on, Matthias. Look, I loved Forgotten Realms when I was younger. I wish I hadn't gotten rid of all of my books, because that was basically all I read in high school was Forgotten Realms books. And there's a formula to them, but they're all like 350 pages, like max. Wonderful. And, R.A. Salvatore is my most read author for a long time. But let me tell you, there is no combat between combatants that R.A. Salvatore is not going to write about step by step. Like, there just isn't. And at some point, guys, when you're following the heroes of Mithril Hall for that many books, I don't know why my camera really wants to focus on Christina's water thing, and the baby bottle, like, near the couch, and not on me. It's weird. Like, at some point, like, the heroes of Mithril Hall are not going to get laid low by a band of goblins, guys. They're not. Like, some random band of goblins. Even okay, let's upgrade it. Like, a random band of orcs, or even a random, like, a little group of scouting party of giants. They ain't gonna get laid low. Like, they're not gonna die by those. They're just not. They're not. So I don't need to read every, like, I get R.A. Salvatore knows like combat and martial arts and stuff, but I don't need every swing of Brunner's axe and Dritz's scimitars. At some point, it's like, there are too many fights. There are too many fights in these that last too long. Just say they ran into him and they killed him. Like, just say they killed him. Like, boom. And they ran into these goblins, and then they flexed on each other, and then Dritz killed all of them. because that's what happened. I don't need to know every move he made. I'm not worried for them, you know. Hold on. FR books and combat. But yeah, I love Forgotten Realms books, but in R.A. Salvatore book, you're gonna get a bunch of combat. In the Demon War saga, it's a little better because it's mostly martial arts, and one dude also has a tiger arm, which is freaking awesome. Yeah, so 1,000 Orcs was the last Stritz book I read. It was too much. It was too much. It's the last Stritz book I read. 1,000 Orcs. I agree, and this is kind of a problem in D&D when you're playing D&D also, is that combat takes a long time, especially if you're playing 4th edition. You need to make every combat count because you're going to be there for 3 hours. 5th edition is a little better. Combat takes a long time because everyone can do so much. In 2nd edition, it flows much faster because you don't have as many options to use. But yeah, combat, when combat takes a long time, it's like, why do we have to play out every fight? Like, this is just taking too long. Come on. Is this Lightbringer or Light Spacebringer? Like, is this Brent Weeks or Pierce Brown we're talking about? Yeah. So, you know, there are some that I like. Like, I'm okay every time. Like, there's like fencing duels. I'm really kind of okay with. KJ Parker does fencing duels a lot and describes them. Same thing with Sebastian De Castell with fencing duels because they obviously know fencing. So this is this Demon Wars? Yeah, this got to be Demon Wars. The one where they use the gemstones as magic. There's a lot of like hand-to-hand combat in this one, and I think that is where I first noticed that every fight was described. There's nothing wrong with like described fights, but when it happens way too much, it's oh nice, Brent Weeks. When it happens too much, it's just like there's too much of this. And with Dritz specifically, you know, like I know these guys. I've seen them bring down like, you know, near gods. This band of goblins ain't gonna beat them. It's just not. So we don't have to. I will say, Hannah, before you're run out of town on a rail with tar and feathers, I've read part 1 of Way of Kings. I'm gonna have to read it again because I've forgotten everything other than like some stupid wind spirit thing that is dumb, and Kaladin is and Shallan is not funny. But in one of the preludes, in the very first prelude, some dude is fighting, and it literally feels like a video game tutorial where he pressed up to jump in the air, and then he rotated the stick to throw out his thing, and then pressed right trigger to reel the thing back in. And I'm like, man, what are we doing? Like, why? Like, I don't need this. Like, and the thing is, what's happening is cool. What is happening is cool, but it is being I'm being distracted from the coolness by the fact that I don't have the ability to turn off tutorials. Like, I've read a fantasy book before. You can just like assume that I'll just assume what he's doing. You can just say he does this thing once, and then I'll assume he's doing that every time he does that similar thing. It's like in Mistborn. You don't have to tell me Kelsier throws down a freaking coin to bounce every time. You can just, I'm just going to know that that's what he does to bounce, you know, to like hop on air. Is he throwing I get it. So, like, you're ruining cool crap by putting up the freaking video game tutorial. You know what, Sanderson? 10,000 needles. Heal that. Because I promise you didn't have the freaking anti-death amulet equipped. How about that one? So go ahead and have your intern grind for the anti-death amulet for you too. for your next playthrough. I have. I mean, I just didn't finish it. I'm going to finish it. I just put it down and haven't gotten back to it yet. So I'm reading this book this year. I'm going to read the Fencer trilogy this year. What's up, Laura? I have not dipped into Warhammer yet. It seems like a lot of lore that I'm too far behind on to ever delve into. Yeah, I agree with that, Jerry. I agree with that. Sorry, I got to catch up from my rant. Blood and Bone. Is this is a Malazan book, right? Yeah, it's that fight at the beginning. Bye, Derry. Oh, really? Why? For the same reasons? Guys, okay. So I got to tell you this before we go sprint. I got to tell you. I don't know what all that can be called. That can be called video game Sanderson video game tutorial. Video game tutorial. Slight dig at Sanderson for making his employees level up an Elden Ring character for him. Get out of here. So guys, I filmed when I read Return of the Crimson Guard, I filmed an hour and a half review of that because I started writing down things that I hated and it was really long. And there were some cool things that happened, but it's like there's like 200 pages in the middle of the book that do that. And then the rest of the 800-page book is I don't like. Guys, there is this ancient king that like Calor. If you've ever read Malazan, you know who Calor is, or Calor, or whatever. There's a part in Return of the Crimson Guard where he's, he appears for no reason and chucks out some really bad dialogue, and then is about to fight this guy. And this guy is like, "Flee now, Calor, or you'll regret it," or something along those lines. And that was a paraphrase. But here's the exact line that follows. Calor looked to his left, then looked to his right, and then said, "I appear not to have fled." And guys, I was like, did Brandon Sanderson write this line? Like, is Calor is Calor Shallan's Halloween costume right here? Is that what this is? Because that's not good, guys. That's not good. Like, that's not good. And it's especially not good considering who Calor is. Like, that's not good. That's bad. That's a bad line. That's, oh my gosh. Anyway. No, don't even do that. Don't even joke about that. Yeah, I've heard that. I'm only knocking Shallan's entrance. Like, I was fine with the other Shallan chapters in part 1. I was fine. Like, I didn't have a problem with her or her chapters. It is specifically her introduction. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, all this stuff does not make me dislike Sanderson. I'm gonna read whatever, but no, he can't absorb 10,000 needles. Get out of here. Get out of here, guys. He got 10,000 needled. Yeah, there is a lot of fighting in Of Blood and Bone. That's right. Sorry. Sorry. I think there's a Malazan book called Blood and Bone. You're right. In Gwyn's second series, there's a ton of fighting. I completely agree. Yeah, Blood and Bone. I got it. Well, he's not good in Crimson Guard. He's in literally like one chapter, and all he does is that. I appear not to have fled. It's not a good line. And you know what? That doesn't mean that I despise Ian Esselmont. It doesn't even mean that I'm saying he's terrible. It doesn't mean that I hate Malazan or Calor. It means that I thought that line was dumb. Many people think half of the things that come out of my mouth are not, good or of fine taste. Pete, no, he's lost. Sorry. He lost. Sorry. He lost my 10,000 needles. Pete, you know what? 10,000 needles. I mean, that's fine. But I don't think Calor is meant to be an endearing character. All right, it's been 30 minutes, guys. We got to sprint. We got to sprint. Pete and Etha, you're welcome to join. We got and Evie. Sorry, I didn't know if Evie left or not. Evie hasn't said something in a hot minute, but if you're still here, Evie, you can also join. No, there she is. The mic didn't pick up. There. I don't think he would ever speak to me, like legitimately. I don't think he would ever talk to me. And you know what? Rightly so. Rightly so. After the things I've said, whether or not I mean them, I wouldn't talk to me. And that's fine. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not gonna get the invite to the manor. Like, I'm not gonna get to go to the special bathroom. Anyway, let's sprint. Go ahead and drop in the chat what you're reading. I'm gonna be editing a video, so I just must. I'm low-key not certain I remember how to edit a video, so we'll see. Did I make it 10 or did you extend it to 10?
I extended it to 10.
I appreciate it. I went in there to see what all the fuss was with the child.
Rasmus Prime strikes again.
Yeah. Well, what is it? Anyway. So I've discovered why I don't post anything. That whole time, and yeah, like the last 7 minutes or so, I was, preoccupied. I am on 2 minutes and 40 seconds of a 39-minute clip in one sprint. That's why I don't make videos. Because
like you've got it edited down to 39 minutes, and you're just adding bits.
No,
gags or
the raw footage is 39 minutes. I have edited up to 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Is it because it's the beginning?
Well, I don't know what took so dang long. First of all, I forgot how to do it. Yeah, because it's a stupid top 10 list. I'm having to throw in my, the text and stuff. And then I had to go, and none of this takes time, a lot by itself, but you add it up, putting down text. And then, I added the thing because I'm I'm filming this in March. And then I stopped and I froze frame and then said, it is not March. March is when I filmed this. I'm sorry. And so that took a long time to make. And then I kept saying, come on. I kept going, come on. So I'm talking about top 10s, like monthly top 10s. And I'm like, come on. So then I had to go track down a freaking clip of South Park Jimmy going, I mean, come on. So I had to find that, and that took forever. Like anytime I had to go find a clip, it just takes 100 freaking years. Not really. You're not going to use Chromatic Orb as a level 1 spell over it's not appreciably better than just using a cantrip, which doesn't take a spell slot. Anyway, so that video is not getting done tonight because I'm gonna read next time. I'm not gonna do it again. I might do it after that, but I'm gonna read next time. So
it might. So one of the ways that I trick myself with editing into that I'm getting a lot of progress done is I have different stages of editing. So I'll put in text in a certain stage in editing, and I'll do cuts and stuff at certain stages in editing, and just make notes for myself. And I feel like that makes it
going linearly, doing everything all at once. You do
I do very specific.
Do the rough cuts or whatever.
Then I would have to watch. What do you use to edit, Pete? Is it some freaking Apple program?
No, Premiere Pro. But I'll have the timestamps for when I need to put stuff in.
Do you like Adobe Premiere Pro?
Yeah.
Is the hemp industry booming currently that y'all can afford that on your commune?
No, actually.
Listen to capitalist Pete over here.
I am leeching off of my mother. All right.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Uses it for her business.
Pete, you've been holding out on us, sitting on your pile of your dragon's hoard of money using. Laura, of course you want to be elite.
Alan, I just use iMovie.
Okay, well, I'm not using a program associated with Apple for any reason ever. Apple should just burn to the ground with its garbage.
Well, is there equivalent on Windows of a default editing video
so
editing program?
The problem is, guys, the problem is that my editor does not allow you to edit at faster speed. And that's my issue. I wish that it would play at 1.5 times speed, and then I could stop it where I wanted. Instead, I could scrub through it. And sometimes I get impatient, and I do. But scrubbing through it, I miss a lot of parts where I'm continually talking without putting huge pauses in it. When there's huge pauses, I know I need to clip. But also I miss stuff that I say. I don't know. It's 39 minutes. So every pass through, it would be another 39 freaking minutes. Probably not if I watched it once, but still. Anyway, I don't know. This is just what I do. It takes too long, and I hate it.
My other suggestion would be shortcuts.
No.
I
what?
Learn keyboard shortcuts. See if there's any keyboard shortcuts that you can use.
You mean Control B? I know all the cut ports. I'm gonna know.
I'm just covering bases to be all right, cool, because I have custom shortcuts and stuff that I made just because I knew I'd be using stuff.
I know. I already know too many.
Okay, good.
Like I use as many keyboard shortcuts as I can. Now, it took a hot minute. So the problem with Brian, I used DaVinci when I first started BookTube, and it broke my laptop, or like it just stopped working on my laptop because I didn't have a laptop that could really run it, and it was very complicated. Like what I use is less complicated than that. It's Filmora, which works fine for me. I don't really understand why Filmora makes some of the choices it makes, but DaVinci hogs, it's a graphics card hog, and since I don't have a gaming computer, it just doesn't like my thing.
What is that noise?
Pete is freaking crunching on whatever freaking kale chips he's eating, and he's eating into the microphone. Guys,
I got really concerned that I forgot to mute myself because I'm clacking away, but it wasn't me this time.
This could
have been me clacking away, actually.
Oh, is it freaking Evie? Are you eating celery? No, that's candy. Okay.
It's
This is candy, but also I've been on mute.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's speed when
you still hear it right now?
Yes.
Yes. What are you eating? Anyway, so guys, this is really my channel. Like, the peak content on my channel is not when I'm by myself. It is when I'm with other people, so I can yell at them. Like, that's really my brand, is fussing at other people, you know? Like, I'm not really myself without other people to fuss at. And currently, it's freaking Pete and his rice cakes. Oh my, yes, he's just chewing on Pop-Tarts. And holding his mouth.
Is it still happening?
No.
Okay, cool. I will learn to gargle my Pop Rocks elsewhere.
What are you eating?
I'm not. I think I was just
it is still happening. That
okay, it's the stupid mic.
I don't hear anything else. Anita, now you're just deaf. You're just hearing things. Hold on, let me turn up my volume.
He muted now.
Unmute yourself, Pete. Oh. Don't you wave that little dongle at me in that manner? How dare you, Pete? It has been rescheduled, but I can't tell you when.
No, Brian, it's not.
Yeah, so see, that's what I did with Filmora. I just bought it. I don't really know why you should have to pay a subscription to use a program. Like, I do.
I'll bet.
I mean, that's fine, Evie.
I'm just saying, hear me out, both Alan and Laura. We could do a live about the Iliad. You've already read it, so it's just in general. It's not about Emily Wilson's specific translation.
I mean, sure.
Also, we need to start the Odyssey at some point, right?
Yeah, that's true. So we have 6 minutes left to discuss because I'm keeping these breaks to 15 minutes, y'all. Anyway, what are y'all reading? Anita, what are you reading? Good. Have you made it farther? It is super violent. Like, I'm listening to it and I'm like, this is a violent book.
I want to finish part 1 today. I have 40 pages.
Oh, very cool. I'm not much farther past you. I'm a bit into part 2. But it's super good. But it gets better. Like halfway through part 2 and then part 3. So good. And then
I heard many people say that first part is like a little dull or something like that, but I don't mind it because I don't know much about Arthur Chronicles other than a couple of movies. So I'm okay with learning the world and people.
Yeah, that's cool. Reading a book of the German resistance, Brian Allen, got to resist those Germans. Got to do it.
How is it, Sarah? Are you enjoying Nero?
Welcome, Laura.
Hey, Lara. I still have part 3 to listen to. I did not listen to it this week at all, actually. I need to finish it maybe tomorrow.
Pete, what are you reading? And what is Ponderings of Kyoshi? Is that anime?
Oh, yeah, no, not quite. Avatar: The Last Airbender, close enough.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of anime, y'all, I watched on Hulu, there's an anime called Summertime Rendering that is so good. It was so good and also creepy, and it was just really good. It's one of the time travel loop animes. Like I'm American. It's one of the time travel loop anime, and it was super good. I ended up watching way too much of it. It's only like 25 episodes, and I watched them all. Not in one day, but like one day I did watch like 8 of them. But it was really good. So Summertime Rendering, y'all, quite good. What are you reading, Evie?
Lords of Uncreation by Adrian Tchaikovsky, 3rd book in Final Architecture.
Oh, word. Dang,
What did
Outlaw
Lisa say?
Star. Heck yeah, Outlaw Star. Laura, what are you reading?
I just finished Malice like 10 minutes ago.
Malice of...
And how is it? No?
Oh, you didn't like Malice? I get it.
I have a live about this tomorrow, and I have a feeling I'm going to offend a lot of people. But, yeah.
I have not seen Death
Do it.
Parade. So you were not a fan of Malice?
No, I was not.
I gotcha. I think the second one's better.
I will not read it.
You didn't just not like Malice; you
I
hated Malice.
actively hated this book. Yeah,
That's fair.
it's been the worst book I've read since starting book 2. I want to say, like,
You haven't read Return of the Crimson Guard. It's the worst.
I have not.
It's the worst book I've ever read. It's the
I
worst
have
book
not
I've
read
ever
that.
read in my life.
Did and you might have already mentioned this because I was distracted and I was trying to multitask. Did Josh hate it as well?
Yeah.
Is someone swishing is someone swishing mouthwash? It sounds like someone's going,
I mean, I do hear it. I don't know where it's coming from.
what is going on? You guys
Does
are
it go
worse
away
than
when I
old
go
people
on
in a
mute?
theater.
It's not you, it's Pete. I just...
I have no idea what is happening with my mic today. I need to just like throw everything out. Let's just see.
There's just like a
To be
gremlin.
fair, I don't hear
moving
it. So maybe y'all are having a communal
I feel like
delusion,
you guys are just like,
hallucination.
I don't
you
know.
your sound up way too loud or something.
Evie, you're too busy eating your own candy. You can't hear anything.
Yeah, you're freaking
Hush.
laughing for your candy, old lady.
But what candy are you eating, Evie?
High chews. Because high chews. They were upside down.
Good for you.
There is a like Smirnoff Light type beverage in Japan called Chuhai, which is the reverse of Haichu. It's called
I think these are Japanese based candies, right? So
I'm sure they are, but Chuhai. The guy I went with, Nathaniel, that was the other Japanese 5 when we went. We would always go to convenience store and get Chuhai, but he would drink way too many of them, and so he'd just be nodding off on the curb, and we would just we would weekend at Bernie's him and move his arm and be like, Nathaniel, I got a Chuhai, and because he had dark sunglasses and a hat and pull out like this. Hey guys, I got my Chuhai. It was very fun. They're not super good. They burn your mouth. I don't know if y'all know those kind of drinks. They're if you have more than one, it's too much. There's too much sugar in them. Oh, there you go. Hi, Jeff coming in. Look, Monster's a great manga unless you're freaking Philip and Murphy who have no taste. So,
Anita, is this your first time reading Winter King?
Yes.
Okay, so that is so. I thought that was so insulting because it sounded like Anita. Is it your first time reading?
No.
The Winter King. There's a huge pause between reading and The Winter King. I thought you were insulting her.
No.
Is this your first time reading, Anitha? These are called words. They tell a story.
I mean, it's not far off considering this slump that Anita's been in for the past, like, I feel like 6 years.
That's so,
Listen, you said you wanted to start a feud with me, Anita. I just shot first now.
Cute.
that's so mean.
I feel like if she wanted to start a feud, all she'd have to do would be to say something negative about the spear cuts through water, and that would be
It's
game on.
very easy. Like 1 star. Spare cuts the water. I just don't want to break Evie's heart.
The
Otherwise,
snooze cuts through water. Anyway, that's our 15, guys. We're gonna keep this on schedule. We're gonna be productive. Laura, what are you reading?
Well, I just finished my book, so I am also about 60% through Dark Age, but I don't know if I have it in me to jump back into Dark Age right now.
Why? Because it's also bad?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's not good.
It's real bad.
I
It's
like it. I
really
like it
bad.
better than Iron Gold. I did not like Iron Gold much.
I like it less than Iron Gold. I have a lot of feelings about that book too.
Nice. All right, we can commiserate on that. Anyway, so guys, more of Laura's bad takes after the break. Bounce, 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 bounce. So continue with the good Germans. What's everybody else going to be doing? I think I'm gonna read this time, guys. Yeah. Anyway. Well, I'm actually going to eat also, so we'll see.
eat too. I'm going to eat.
You notice how quiet it got when Anita shut her mic off? You got so much. Are you like in a sound like studio, Anita, where they play like Foley artist stuff? Because there's so much background noise from your mic. It's like constantly being in a fish tank. Are you right next to an HVAC unit?
Listen through, guys.
Okay, so Anita, just leave your mic on for like 30 seconds. Just leave your mic on. It's not working currently. It was working though. It was there. Now shut your mic off. You see how we enter like a sensory deprivation chamber when you mute your mic?
I'm not picking it up at all. I
Look,
feel like
it wasn't bad this last time, but it was bad before. It was noticeably different when she muted her mic. Look, Pete, just go chew on some more rocks.
I was typing maybe that.
Anita, we're sprinting now.
I don't have time for rebuttal.
What kind of show do you think this is? No, you don't get to rebut. The last word always belongs to me. Word. I don't. Thank you. Welcome back.
Hello.
I edited some, so
Hello.
Hi, Christina.
I made it to like, I don't know, minute 10. I made it 10 minutes in, and then I read some, and then
Nice.
and before we continue, I'm gonna go ahead and say that today on Tubi, which I just discovered, I watched the Care Bears movie with my 3.5-month-old, and I
Nice.
mentioned that last part so that people will think that's why I watched it. No, I wanted to watch the Care Bears movie, and my baby happened to be near me.
You
So
mean the one from the 80s, right? The
of
epic one.
course I mean the one from the 80s. Look, I also watched the TV special Care Bears versus the Freeze Machine, which I had on loop when I was a kid. I'm telling y'all, guys, Care Bears holds up. Like
It does.
both,
It's great.
both that and the movie were good. And why are we so cynical as human beings now? Like Care Bears and whatever. If you're too cool for Care Bears and you want to talk to me about being 40 and liking Care Bears and want to somehow compare it to My Little Pony and Bronies, like shut up and go find something else to do. Care Bears, guys, is good. I'm sorry. It's about like people giving a crap about each other and being friends with each other. I'm sorry. Is that a message that we're going to make fun of, that we think our children shouldn't learn? Because guess what, guys? Your children should learn it. And look, that's quality crap. Like that's quality crap. So it was good. It was good. And I'm not afraid to say it at all. So all of you, I don't know, anybody who wants to go out there and say anything disparaging, like shut up and go like put some lotion on your knuckles from where it's dragging on the dang ground. So
I will say that when you said, "Oh, I discovered the Tubi," and I'm like, "You mean Carlos and Yolanda's Tubies?"
no, the free service Tubi.
Those are test tubies.
Because
Test
you
Tubies,
can't watch anything anywhere. Like there is nothing that you can watch on any streaming show, any streaming platform that you want to watch. It doesn't matter if you pay, like especially the ones you pay for. There's nothing that you want to watch that you're going to be able to watch without paying for it. Everything, because Netflix and the other ones don't have anything, and then Amazon Prime has everything, but you're not watching any of it for free. Like even if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you got to pay for everything. Like you got to rent it. And then so I'm like, how do I stream? Because I watched Care Bears versus the Freeze Machine on YouTube, which, by the way, y'all, if y'all haven't watched Care Bears versus the Freeze Machine, y'all go ahead and watch that on YouTube. It's free. And then I was like, where do I stream this movie? And it's like Tubi. And I'm like, yeah, that's what they said. Like every time I type, where do I stream this? It says Tubi. And then I load up Tubi on my TV and it's never there. And I'm like, I feel like I'm being tricked. But I saw it and it's like disappearing in 3 days. And I'm like, oh, I know what I'm doing right now. And I watched it. And it was good. That face in that book is terrifying. And then Mickey Rooney is the narrator. For those of you who know who that is. It's so good, guys. And the Care Bear cousins. And then I started Care Bears 2, which did not do as well in theaters because kids were terrified and parents were terrified because it's a scary movie. But it completely overwrites the lore from the first movie. In the first movie, the Care Bears meet the Care Bear cousins, and they don't have their insignia. They get them at the end. But in the prologue of movie 2, freaking what's her name? It ain't Brightheart, Nobleheart, and Trueheart smuggle the baby cousins and the baby Care Bears to the Care Bear Kingdom or Cloud Kingdom or whatever. And it's like, no, they didn't grow up together. They met as adults when freaking Friendship Bear and Friend Bear and Secret Bear got lost in the Forest of Feelings. So,
I'm willing to bet that no one thought when they came back from this sprint that this was what they were going to be listening
Nope.
to.
No, absolutely not.
guys,
No
also,
idea.
I mean,
this is
to
what
be
you get when you watch my channel. Like, this is quality content, guys. You never know what you're going to
We are used to it, Laura.
Look,
I think
know
Dark
to
Heart's
expect it
terrifying.
now.
Dark Heart is freaking terrifying, guys. Like, That's a scary movie. Like that camp counselor kid who like literally has red hair, red eyes, dresses in nothing but red track gear. The dude looks like the devil. And yet everyone's always like, oh, this kid's fine. No, he turns into like evil versions of the animals. There's a key. I remember there's a key like on his rhino horn when he turns into a big old rhino. I don't know. I'm going to watch it. I'm watching it this weekend, y'all. I'm going to watch Care Bears.
Opposite of anime character, main character energy.
Dude, it's
You
so
are
good.
very loud now, Pete. Holy crap.
Okay.
Yeah, don't turn your mic. Your mic was fine, Pete. We just heard those other sounds, which I don't hear now. So
Awesome. I turned
No,
down the
I hear
game,
them,
so it should be
so-
fine.
I still hear them, those noises actually.
no
But
one hears, and if it's yours, it's a background noise. It's the HVAC machine.
No,
right
I
next to
hear
you.
it too now,
It's
and I didn't
static.
hear it before.
It's
So
static.
I will mute, then you guys see.
Pete's mic
What
is
an
hot.
excellent-
Anyways, back to Care
Can we
Bears.
comment on the excellentness of this YouTube name, Mythos Managed? I love it. I love it. Combining two things, H.P. Lovecraft, and because that's what I think when I think of Mythos, and Harry Potter. So I love it.
So, Alan, please make sure to clip this.
I
as
did.
a
I wrote down
mini-
Care Bears right now.
Okay, as a
Care
mini.
Bears
Okay, good.
fans.
'Cause we need a full-blown Care Bears lore world building video
Yes.
from you, please. Thank you.
Guys, the second Care Bear movie was made a year after the first one, like by the same people who made the first one. So, why did you just upend the lore you created from the first movie? Like,
To be
the
fair, I don't think they were looking for consistency.
The cousins and the Care Bears did not grow up together, and the cousins did not have their insignia to start with. They earned them at the end by assisting in taking over the evil, weird spirit in the book. Have y'all seen the first Care Bear movies, or is it?
It's been a very, very,
Maybe-
very long time.
Maybe they forgot what they did in the first movie. They rewrote
After a year? There wasn't that many drugs being done in the 80s.
You never know. Hi,
The
Christina.
decade of cocaine, there wasn't that many drugs being done.
Cocaine would have set their brains on fire, not made them forget everything. They'd have been like, oh, the
Cocaine,
Lord's back, the
Care
Lord's
Bear.
back. Guys, we're going to fix the Lord. We're going to fix the Lord. That's what it would have done. I assume that's how people on cocaine act. Okay, look, guys, to the surprise of nobody, Grumpy Bear was my favorite, and I had a Grumpy Bear. Like no one here is surprised by that, but as a child, he was my favorite, and I had a Grumpy Bear.
Grumpy
And-
was also my favorite.
But guys, the thing about Grumpy Bear, and this is why Care Bears is like the antidote to our collective cynicism. At the end of the first Care Bear movie, they are doing a musical number, and Grumpy Bear is in like the line that they're all in like a dance, like sing line thing. And the animators did it well enough to where it is clear that Grumpy Bear does not want to be in the line. Like Grumpy Bear does not want to be doing this, but he is still in the line with his friends, and he is still singing, and he's dancing in the line with them too. Now his dance steps are like hesitant and different than the others because he doesn't want to be doing this, but he's doing it because he's with his friends. And it's not till the very end of the dance number that he breaks away and the camera follows him, and he does a little dance on his own away from the rest with the two little stars. And it's like, that's what I'm talking about. And I know, and I realize that no one is expecting like me to go in this deep about the show, but he is just a grumpy guy who, doesn't want to be bothered, but still really likes hanging out with his friends. Probably just doesn't like to do all the stuff they do with the extroverted energy that they do, but is still going to get involved because they're his friends. He's like, yeah, I'll do this. Like, I'm not having a great time, but you guys are my buddies, so I'm going to do that. That's me as a person, guys. I hate doing anything, but I do enjoy doing things with my friends, even if I don't really want to be doing
I
it.
have a question.
Yeah.
You learned how to be grumpy like that from the show, or
I don't
you
think
liked
so,
it
but
because
I watched a lot of Care Bears when I was young, guys. Like a lot.
I watched a lot of it was Care Bears and oh my gosh. I don't think it was My Little Pony. Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow Bright is excellent. Now she's a little bit before the Care Bears, but I love Rainbow Bright as well. Now, My Little Pony, the original show, is fantastic.
Was good.
as well.
I
The My
love the
Little Pony
original My
movie
Little
with the
Pony.
schmooze is tremendous. It still holds up also. Like, that's some good stuff. Like, what is the pony's name? The one that just wants to be like famous and is snooty. Like, her character growth, like, she sucks, but she has grown up by the end of it. And what I'm trying to say is that we are too freaking cynical. Like, we are. And we laugh at crap like that. At anybody talking about this stuff, we make fun of them because we're too cynical as a people, where we think that people, where the only message is learning how to deal with your problems and relating to other people and being good friends and giving a crap about each other. We make fun of that because we're too cynical as a culture and as humans. And I'm pushing back and saying that there ain't nothing wrong with this, and this old stuff still has crap that we can teach, that people can learn from. I'm sorry, you cynical adults, I'm not talking about you guys here, y'all should go and freaking watch this stuff and learn how to be kind to each other. You know what? Or else I'm gonna freaking Care Bear stare the crap out of you. How about that one? I'm gonna draw a big rain cloud on my gut and I'm gonna poke it out at you. There we go.
Someone sent me a message 2 hours and 16 minutes in. I'm gonna Care Bear stare the crap out of you.
Dude, that's got to be a gift. All right, go ahead, Christina.
I'm like, I'm leaving.
Where you going?
Sam's. We talked about that.
Oh, I thought this was like you telling everybody, like me on camera, that like we were done. This is it.
I'm going to Sam's.
I just want you to know I'm leaving. Like,
Yeah, she decided
I draw the
and she
line.
wants to tell us on camera.
I draw the line. I'm leaving. I'm going to my
It was
mother.
the Care Bear stare.
Side note, though.
I'm taking the kid and leaving. Bye, Christina. Hope you stay in touch with us, though you live alone.
Hold on. What are you saying?
We had a discussion lately about like things we should have talked about before we got married.
Oh, Christina, I don't have time to get into that right now. You got to go. Like,
It was hilarious.
it was not funny.
That's all I'm saying.
No. If you had told me that you don't like dinosaurs, we wouldn't be married.
How does she not like dinosaurs?
Because she's a terrible person.
Christina?
Like, I understand that, honestly.
No, this
No.
child.
No, you
this
don't,
person-
Evie.
No, this lady did not know what a triceratops was.
No. So I'm saying I understand Alan, because had I known that Aaron didn't like pasta before we got married,
And like pasta. Oh Lord.
that's a deal breaker.
Who doesn't like pasta?
He doesn't like pasta.
Okay, but can he name, like, does he know what spaghetti is?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, because it's one of the most popular pastas in the world, just like triceratops.
Okay, I knew the name. I didn't know what they looked like.
Tri meaning three, Sarah meaning horn.
I know that trying to
Christina,
wait, did you never see the
It's like
Triceratops?
haven't
What
you
else?
watched Jurassic Park?
I will say I'm more offended by the fact that Aaron doesn't like pasta. Like, that is an egregious act.
Even quit trying to steal my marital thunder.
Man, but is it like all pasta or specific one?
No, Evie, Evie, we're not talking about this till later. Stop.
I will try.
No. This
Side
lady
note.
has come to me multiple times to ask me what the freaking dinosaur is on this child's onesies. It's a stegosaurus. It's one of the most recognizable dinosaurs in history. It's a stegosaurus, and has asked me multiple. It's a stegosaurus, Christina. It's a stegosaurus.
Yes,
need
Land
to
Before
post
Time movie
notes.
rankings. Yes, please do.
Land Before Time is so upsetting.
I can't do
they're
this
amazing.
because Jenny,
They're so upsetting.
But they don't name what kind of dinosaur it is.
Christina, a spike tail. It's a stegosaurus. They don't call it stegosaurus, and no, everybody watching it knows a spike tail is a stegosaurus.
T-Rex and the Velociraptors are the most popular ones. It's okay.
No
that
one
Christina
knew.
doesn't know.
Hold on. Not a person knew what a velociraptor was prior to Jurassic Park. It was a freaking Deinonychus. Everyone knew what a Deinonychus or a Deinonychus. It was Deinonychus that had the claw. Everyone knew what that was. And then freaking Jurassic Park comes out, and all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, velociraptor. Like, I feel bad for Deinonychus, but no one liked raptors prior to 1995 or whenever Jurassic Park came out.
I did not know dinosaurs before Jurassic Park came out.
You didn't know what a rhinoceros was before Jurassic Park? There's not even one in that.
Not rhinoceros. I'm talking about dinosaurs.
You didn't know what a dinosaur was before Jurassic Park?
No,
Oh my gosh. One person
Side
talking
note.
about pasta, trying to undermine and impugn what a big deal this is. And then
Alan,
look what I've
trying
stuck
to
with. Instead of Laura,
celebrate dinosaurs.
what?
There was a new dinosaur bone that was discovered, a new species that was discovered recently.
I wish they'd quit trying to ruin my childhood by adding these freaking dinosaurs. It ain't.
But it's
stop.
got like it's like a triceratops, but with like extra horns.
No, it doesn't. Like, just stop. Quit trying to add crap. Quit trying to add feathers to the dinosaurs. Quit trying to make up new. Just stop. Like,
It's all the
dinosaurs
feathers.
alone.
They're covered.
No, they're not. Stop it. They didn't all have stupid feathers. That's dumb. A dinosaur with feathers is dumb. Except like all
Yeah,
three
it's ridiculous
had
looking.
feathers. I know.
I mean, some of them, maybe. Who knows? Because millions of years between a lot of things.
I get that, Evie. Anyway, oh my gosh, guys, I did not let anybody talk this break at all.
No, you didn't.
Okay, we're gonna go a little longer for this one so other people can talk. All right. This was important. I better write that down. Care Bears and my wife hates me and love.
I already have it written down.
All right.
May I answer Laura's question about the pasta, or are we still...
Yeah, I extended our time because I did that. So go ahead.
Okay, so Aaron he'll probably, if he's actually watching this, which I don't think he is, he'll probably yell at me the correct answer, but I'm pretty sure he'll eat ziti? Whatever the long...
One of the worst pastas.
It's not great.
Haven't you gone on dates?
That's not the boat. That's not bow tie, right? Ziti is the long, tubey one.
Ziti is a bit of a longer one that you usually bake.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
gross.
so
It's
he'll
not
eat
good.
that one when he has to, but otherwise...
What situations are you in where you're forced to eat ziti? Like when he has to.
Apparently, it's an option at some Italian places.
A
It's probably
road.
not in all Italian
Did
places.
you guys talk about what food you like?
Yeah,
when
that's
you were
weird.
dating?
I feel like you didn't do your due diligence with your
Listen,
interview.
we got married a year and a day after we met. So
Hey, me and Christina got married like a year and a month after we met.
I did the exact opposite, that I didn't even start dating Josh until 4 years after I met him. So there you go.
Holy crap.
Yeah. But I did make sure I knew what food he liked. That was a big thing for me.
Laura, what'd you read? Did you read Dark Age during this break?
I did not, but I got my credit back for Malice. So that was what I spent my time doing. I'm really not thrilled with Dark Age, so I've been
Hold on.
reluctant to jump back in.
Did you get money back for a book that you read completely?
Audible
Laura.
lets you return your books.
What?
That's bullcrap.
Seriously?
Amazon.
Yeah.
And people do that if they don't like
Oh,
it?
of course.
I
Yeah,
think you have
it's-
X amount of time. It's only for people like Laura and Kyle who read too fast, Anita.
You have a whole year to return it. So no, it's not that fast.
But if you do it too often, they will say, "Yeah, you're not doing this anymore."
Oh, okay.
I
So
still
you have
do
to-
it. I just message the chat people and I'm like, hey, I want to return it. They're like, yeah, no problem. And then they often give you another credit.
No, what reason,
How
what
long did you
reason
have
do you
it,
give?
though? I bet you returned it.
2 months, 3 months. I bought it a while ago.
All right, well, never mind then. Well,
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna give Laura props also for not being the guy that comes on here and says, I can't tell you my feelings because I've got a video about it, and instead went and said, yeah, I hated it. And I also have a video about it where I'll talk more about why I hated it. Thank you. Sometimes people come on and it's like, I have a video, so I can't tell you my feelings on it. I do that sometimes too, and then I'm in no way, and then I say, yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it because I have a video, and then I just talk about it.
Yeah,
So-
that's kind of what it is. I was like, I'm probably not going to talk about it, but like honestly, I've been ranting about this book really hard. I just don't like it. Yeah, it's not for
Pete,
me.
what did you do? Did you read something?
I sort of read, but also sort of was Googling a lot about how to fix my sound.
Oh,
I was gonna say he fixed
we made
his
Pete
sound.
self-conscious. Your sound is fine, Pete. It was really.
Oh no, there was a little crackle, and like usually I remove it. I can remove something like that in post edit, but like I don't know. I'm always paranoid about these things. Please keep telling me that they happen in a good way. I appreciate it. I have to emphasize that. I appreciate it.
So I got to read
Pete,
some
your
of these comments.
sounds like crap. There you
Oh
go.
no!
No, it
I
sounds good.
totally believe you, Wolf.
Anita, did you read Winter King while you're doing that?
Yes, I ate and I read some.
Nice.
What
nice.
part are you at, Anita?
She's at the end of part 1, so she's right before something that happens at the end of part 1. So
Very specific, Alan. Thank you.
I mean, it is. If you've read part 1,
It is.
It is
Yeah.
specific. But
those books
so-
are just so good.
hold on, Anita. I'm gonna guess that your favorite character is Gunlius.
Ooh, no,
Gunlius is your favorite, right?
no.
Yeah, you like Gunlius, Legesic.
Definitely Lancelot, but he's not there yet.
Not Lancelot
I
yet.
haven't met him yet.
Legesic's the dude that let Gunlius in, because I know you're there, right?
Legesec I haven't met, but Gunlius, no, I don't like him.
Is Gunlius in Innis Widrin?
He should be by that point, I thought.
That point was
Oh.
over, and now they are at High Council in Gwent.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm talking about nothing else. I'm talking about something else that is not that. I'm misremembering. All right. Anyway, I need Evie. What'd you read?
Words of
Let
encouragement.
me tell you what they need to do at the High Council. At that High Council, they need to yeet that baby out of that window. Like, yeet. Bye, Mordred. See ya. Yeet.
Oh, that baby. I was like, what baby are we talking about here? Al?
Mordred. Mordred.
Yeah.
That's
Dark
what they
Urge
need to
playthrough
right out
confirmed.
the window. Because Mordred sucks.
There's a lot of baby
Evie,
killing
another gift.
in the beginning of that
Maybe
book.
another gif. Eat that baby out of the window. Gif.
Look, Mordred sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks.
He's not as bad as Lancelot, though.
No, he's not. But don't let that baby grow up. Yeet.
That's Merlin and Alan tips right there.
Anyway, sorry. What'd you read, Evie? Lord's Von Creation. Did you get through it?
I got like 15 pages.
Cool. I am determined to finish Interlude 1 here with Liza Lockmora, and then I'm going to film first part of a review of a vlog.
How are you liking it?
About it? What?
How are you liking it? I read it this year too.
I enjoy it.
Oh, I missed opportunity. You should have said, I'm saving it for the vlog.
It is unfortunate that I read it right after The Mercy of God.
Mercy of Gods.
That is not its fault. Again, I'm only 180 pages in, so it could, blow me away. But
Sure.
I am greatly enjoying it. But I also just finished my favorite book of the year so far. So,
Enemy of God is my favorite of the year so far. So.
Enemy of God's so good. The only part of Enemy of God I don't like is going to look for the freaking relics. Like, I'm just like, I don't care.
I like the whole thing, honestly, from start to finish.
Anything. It ain't a spoiler. Anything dealing with the druids, I don't like. I don't care about these stupid druids. I don't care.
But it's
I'm
Merlin.
not closing my eyes because of spoilers. I don't want to get influenced. I don't want to create the same part.
Fine. You might like druids. I think druids are dumb.
You will like them, Anita. I can tell. You're just gonna like them. It's gonna be great.
Anyway, anybody do anything else this spring? Anybody eating, reading, sleeping, dying?
I might start another book.
What are you looking at reading, Laura? Next.
It's an indie book called When the Moon Hatched.
When the Moon Hatched. That's a cool
Yes.
title.
Yeah.
Wait, that's an indie book? I thought it was traditionally published.
It's an indie book that I think is now being traditionally published. Like they're republishing it. But yeah, it's an indie book.
I mean,
What are you
maybe
reading?
this can trigger the next rant in the next sprint, but isn't it a romantasy?
It is.
Pete, what are you reading? Say first. That's
Shadow of Kyoshi. Though
good. Got it.
there's a possibility I might start Heir of the Empire tonight. Heir to the Empire.
It's so
Yay,
bad.
Star Wars. No, it's not. Chill.
You should. Why haven't you read the sequel to Emperor's Blades?
Me?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't stomach reading a very mid book again. And
Women can't sit the unhewn throne. That's why.
That's right. No woman can sit on the onion throne. Nice, Kev. Nice. Disquiet Gods is that the most recent Sun Eater? Yeah? Question mark. All right. I'm gonna eat stuff my face with my macaroni and eat. Yeah. Or and read, I guess. Well, I can't read. The problem is I can't read while I'm eating my macaroni. It takes 2 hands. I gotta hold the bowl. This is why I need to have books. On
Listen
Kindle.
to the audiobook of The Winter King.
I could do that. I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to start Care Bears 2 or continue Care Bears 2 until I finish eating.
Or you could watch other people's vlogs and get ideas.
I'm not sure I've watched a booktube video in 2024. And this and now, to be fair, that makes me like a bad booktuber. Like I don't think you should booktube and never watch other people's booktube videos. Like I don't. I think that's tacky. To be fair, I haven't posted anything either. So that's my defense. Is it's not like I've been posting videos asking people to watch my videos and then not returning the favor.
Well,
That's
you're a
why,
streamer now.
that's
Like,
why I feel it's
You know
tacky.
what?
Yeah, basically.
You know what? I understand that because when I'm in slump, when I'm not reading, I also stop watching BookTube. Now
Yeah.
I started watching back again, so I slowly
Once
so that
I
I can read.
start posting again, I will start watching again. It's just I've gotten out of the habit of all of that. So I'm trying to get this video done and get in the habit of posting so I can start watching again, because I don't like that when people are like, hey, watch my stuff. I don't watch anybody else because that's how highly I think of me. The only reason I watch, like, I love the people who say I only watch other booktubers to steal what they do. That's the tackiest. I just don't like tacky people. Like, and tacky is a word we really should bring back, guys. We got to bring back tacky as a pejorative.
You know, next after this sprint, it could
Wait,
be
it left?
about tacky. You know,
Tacky and Care Bears.
Words
Look.
we need to bring back.
Look, I stand by the whole Care Bear thing. I'm clipping that and posting that as a video. I stand by
Listen,
it.
I get it completely. That's why I created my love bomb chats, because it's
Look.
basically that.
Thank you, Laura.
So
I'll be cynical all the time.
I get it.
All right, sorry, guys. This is the first booktube video I've watched in 2024. Was that one? Was Michael Nip coming back? Sorry, you proved me wrong. Welcome back. Christina was commenting on how the baby in the other room can clearly sleep through my hollering about dinosaurs.
My kid slept through the vacuum being like a foot away from her face until she was about a year, and then it changed.
So the reason I brought up guys in the first block, like fandoms and stuff, is I was going to say something about Locke Lamora. So so I don't like overhyped things. I don't like that's obvious. But yeah, I know. But I'm also not someone who is so determined to be right that I'm going to pretend like I didn't like a book I liked. Like, I'm not going to do that. And I'm also not going to pretend I hated a book that I actually enjoyed. You know, I might do it for the bit, but not for real. Like, so people that think like, oh, well, it's talked about, he's going to hate it. Like, he's definitely going to hate it because it's like, no, I'm not. Like, if it's good, I'll say it's good. If I like Way of Kings, I'll come up there and flat out say, you know what, Sanderson? Well done. It's a good book. It being a good book doesn't change the fact that Shallan's introduction in chapter 3 is bad. Like, it doesn't change it.
So bad.
It's not funny. Like, I don't know why things can't be more than one thing. I can love the book and still think that's stupid. That's most of my book.
Nuance is not allowed anymore.
You're right. You're right.
It's not allowed at all.
Like, look,
nuance is not allowed if you have not worshipped at the altar of Sanderson.
Look, I think that a ton of stuff in Parker is boring as crap for most people. Like, no one wants to read about how you're forging a rapier, man. Like, no one cares. Like, I care, but I'm one of four, you know, and it's me, you, Anitha, and Evie. Like, we're the four, and one dude in the Discord. Like, there's 5 of us who care about that. That's it. Oh, and Zara, that's 6. There's 6 of us. That's it. And so people are like, it's boring. I'm like, I know. That's fine. It's still good.
Hey, I'm getting Clay on the KJ Parker hype train, so we've got 7 now.
Okay. I think that in a lot of places, like what you were talking about with people loving to hate things, and getting on board with that, I think there are certain parts of different fandoms that love to hate certain particular parts of their fandoms. But there's also this air of legitimacy that you have to be allowed to hate things at that point, right? Because it's like a thing that, like, within Sanderson, there's a lot of people. Most of the fandom really doesn't like Era 2. But if people start coming after Way of, and there are definitely a lot of objections about Shallan's story, about other things, but there are some people that just don't like other people talking about these things. And I think these people are the minority, in my opinion.
I think they're just the loudest.
Yeah, it's always a vocal minority.
Absolutely.
Most people that like Malazan are really pleasant and really cool to talk to. But there's a whole vocal minority that thinks they're freaking smarter than everybody because they like Malazan. And how dare you suggest that everything isn't like the best thing that's... How dare you suggest that you liked freaking... The Final Empire better than Toll the Hounds. Mm-hmm. Now, that is not something that I've said. It sounds like something I've said because I use Toll the Hounds. But how dare you suggest? Like, just like people can like 2 things also. People can like 2 things at one time. Now, Alloy of Law is not a good book. Like, and Sanderson's like, yeah, it's not good. I should rewrite it. What if you wrote it good the first time? Mm-hmm. Like, did you go to school in the 2020s where you get retakes? You're going to retake Alloy of Law, Sanderson? Oh my gosh.
So
when you're rich enough, you can do anything, right?
Okay. Get out your, like, I don't know, lottery tickets or whatever, because I'm actually going to defend Sanderson, okay?
Oh my gosh, I just won like $50.
Oh my god.
So here's the thing. Editions are a thing. One of my favorite books of all time, like literally top 3, like one of my top 3 classics, Frankenstein. She rewrote parts of it, not the entire thing, but rewrote parts of it and republished the edition 19 years later, 1818 to 1831. I don't know how to do math. Y'all do the math for me. So it can be rewritten.
So what you're saying is, what I'm hearing is Sanderson as good as impactful upon the genre as Mary Shelley.
That's what I heard. I heard there's no difference between those two.
Exactly. Sanderson has pioneered hard magic.
Escape the books. So I saw your review about how it's dense and there's a lot of detail and you're not sure if it's you. Yeah, that's basically every Parker book.
It is.
I don't think the plot in 16 Ways to Defend a Walled City is as strong as some of the other ones where that is less bothersome. So I would recommend The Folding Knife. And then if you still feel the same way, then it's probably not going to be your thing.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the short stories have less detail in their own way because they're shorter.
I mean, that's true.
Like
but
Purple and Black has a lot less detail.
Purple and Black's amazing. You should read Purple and Black if you can get a hold of it.
Mhm.
But other than short stories, they're just not good enough to warrant anybody reading them. I'm like, don't read that. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
especially the hammer, where 3/4 of the book is like we feel like nothing is happening, but it's like my favorite part.
I thought it was your first one. Never mind. Then you know how it is. You're fine. Then. Never mind.
Also, Matt confirmed that KJ Parker ripped off Chronicles of Prydain by Lloyd Alexander. Confirmed.
Ripped off what?
Lloyd Alexander for the Prydain Chronicles. So Black Cauldron, that type of thing.
What?
This comment.
Oh, you're not being serious. Okay, I was losing my mind. I was about to lose my mind.
I thought that was
no.
implied.
Look, I can't tell if people are joking.
Sarah, Purple and Black, you can only find ebook in library or somewhere else.
Or you have to be someone super lucky, like Tori, who was rolling through a freaking used bookstore and found the hardcover of Purple and Black in a used bookstore for like $2.
I think it wasn't a library copy too, which is even more rare. Because all the ones that I get from online are library copies.
Yeah, dude, that's insane. Like she lucked out. She's like, look what I got. I'm like, that's a find. Like that's a find.
I am so envious, actually, very, very envious.
Look,
and
my Purple and Black copy is one of my like prized possessions because it's also not a library copy. It's one of the ones that's got like it doesn't have the what like
plastic.
Yeah, plastic, and it's one of the signed ones and stuff.
I'm pretty sure they were all signed, honestly.
Shut up! No, they weren't. They're all numbered. They're not all signed.
Most of the suppressed his novellas and his short story collections are signed.
Yeah, but I have some of his that are numbered but not signed. This one is numbered.
Oh, okay.
Pete,
I thought I knew how suppressed operated, but I guess not.
You want to step to me, Pete? Is that what this is?
I just
humble in the jungle here.
I gotta go.
Mike, I'm ending it in a minute too. I'm gonna hang out with Christina. So thank you so much for joining, Laura, and you're welcome to join Sprints anytime. And we will have a Winter King discussion when Anitha finishes.
Yes, please let me know when we want to do the Iliad or whatever
we're supposed to do one a month, aren't we? Like one chapter of
So
Odyssey?
are we doing the Iliad or the Odyssey? Which one is happening?
I don't know.
Preferably we do we read the Odyssey together, but we should do an Iliad discussion in general.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. That's good.
That works for me.
Cool.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Prosperous Demon is good. Prosperous Demon is good. Last Witness. The Last Witness left me more unnerved than I generally am after a Parker book. Like I'm unnerved after the after that one. I did not feel good. Like I felt.
Did I read that one?
That means you felt bad, or you felt?
No, not like I felt bad. Because at the end of Parker books, I often feel bad. But like this one, I felt like I felt unclean. I felt like it creeped me out.
Small Price to Pay for Birdsong was one that I would say it's kind of similar. I was just weirded out by that one.
That's a good one though. That was one of my favorite stories in that collection. Yeah, I agree though.
Just dog eating pages loves horror.
So unknown me, please.
Oh, then yeah, read Last Witness. It's just I don't know. I didn't feel good. Man, when's Laura talking about Malice? I want to see what she hated about Malice. so
I
much.
think it's tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m.
Is it? I'm
EST, so 6:35.
Oh, I won't be there because I'll be freaking. I gotta shovel these dang kids to bloody Gainesville all day tomorrow. You think any of them say thank you? You know how many of them said thank you last 2 weeks ago? One.
Isn't it the summer break? Shouldn't you be like off of?
No, because it's
Oh,
freaking Kratom and
really?
it's Latin Quiz Bowl. So I got to shuffle them to the tryouts, and then I got to go to nationals for a week in July. And I leave. I get up at 5 a.m. We leave at like 6:15, and you know what time I get back? 9 p.m.
Yeesh. Is it tomorrow?
Yes, and next Saturday.
So
Yikes.
just a reminder, in case you haven't already done it, coordinate with Nuclear Katie about meeting up.
Oh yeah, that's for yeah. I cannot believe that Katie works on the campus I'm gonna be at. That's so cool.
It's
This is
UTK.
nationals,
It's
right?
not a big campus, so
It's what?
UTK. It's not a big campus.
That's why I said I can't believe it, Evie, because
Oh.
the odds of that are not high.
Aren't most college campuses not that big though?
Yes, that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying like, of course I see Katie. Like, I was saying I can't believe that she works on the campus I'm going to be at. I was saying that's an interesting coincidence.
Of all the college
oh,
campuses
sure.
that she could be at.
I was very confused, Evie.
Obviously, I was very confused as well.
Dog-eared, yes.
Yes.
So I have to read. I will read House of Open Wounds this year for sure. I cannot believe I haven't read it. And we'll return to the normal way of doing things where I will read the third one before all of you peasants. Like,
I mean,
I
Yes.
will.
it's the correct order of things, really.
I'll finish City of Last Chances and maybe read House of Open Wounds with you.
All right. So we can buddy read it, the three of us, but I will start it 2 weeks before you. Both.
What do you mean 3?
4.
What do you mean 4? Anything read the other 2?
She's saying she's going to buddy read House of Open Wounds with you. So if you both read House of Open Wounds at the
Oh.
same time, then we can
Oh.
all do it.
I need to start.
Oh, I
talking.
thought you meant like all 4 of us buddy read House of Open Wounds, and I'm like, I already read it. What are you
You
talking
didn't
about?
hear it.
Oh.
No, I was saying that when Anita talks, I don't listen. So I didn't even hear she said that. And Christina from the other room went, "Oh, Alan." I'm just kidding, Anita, but I really didn't hear you. I was so busy trying to figure out what Evie was saying about Katie and the college. Yes, Anita, we can definitely do that. And then all the 4 of us can buddy read, and Anita and I will start early, and you two are given a handicap. Like,
I mean, it works because I only do physical. So like you guys can get arcs early, and
oh, then yeah, that's fine.
that's what she's doing with Mercy of the Gods with me and her.
Mercy of Gods is so good. I really enjoy it.
I am so hyped for that.
I am concerned that a bunch of people aren't going to like it, but I really,
Why does that concern you?
I'm not concerned that you or Anita are going to like it. I know that
That's
you
all you
guys.
should be concerned about, Alan.
Oh yeah, I meant.
He's concerned about expanse lovers, actually.
Hey, guys.
Development.
This is
Oh,
how
yeah.
people at school wear their hats, like that. Like it's on top of their head, and it's like the big high, like the high dome hats. Like
It's because
with the
they're all
flat bill.
Ratatouille.
What's
It's just
that?
Ratatouille but in real life.
Dog-eared pages, if you are okay with military fantasy, please try Guns of the Dawn. It's his best,
Oh,
actually.
Guns of the
It's a
Dawn.
standalone.
Guns of the Dawn is still my favorite Tchaikovsky book, so you should read Guns.
Did you see
love
that
this.
Elliot Brooks
so much.
rated that as her lowest tier that wasn't a DNF?
You-
So, funny thing.
I don't understand that. I don't understand why, but I mean that's fine.
I started watching her video. I saw it was 50 minutes, and I commented, "Hey, I'm glad you love the book. You should try to get an interview with Adrian." And I
What?
didn't realize she hated it. I pre-commented because I saw her review was like 50 minutes long, so I assumed she loved it.
You
Wait, she did a
commented
review from
without
Fandom?
watching the video?
Yes, because I am
See,
an
this is-
imbecile.
Well, okay, good for that you admitted it.
Ogres is my favorite novella of his. I haven't read many, but I love Ogres. Love Ogres.
Final Architecture is
Race
also
takes the
great.
cake for me.
Dark-Haired Pages.
Man, now I gotta go watch Elliot's thing about Guns of the Dawn. 50 minutes of her trashing Guns of the Dawn?
I didn't watch the
She's
review. I just
very,
saw her tier ranking.
Very
video.
specific, like scenes and stuff that really irked her.
Oh, I mean, I get it. Again, I can understand when people don't like things that I enjoy.
On whose recommendation?
Oh my gosh, really? I hate when
Because
book one reads
Leanna
things
gave
that
it
I like.
to her to read for their TBR swap.
Oh, really? Because then all of a sudden, people can be like, "Oh my gosh, Bookborn told me to read Guns of the Dawn." I'd be like, "Why don't you rewind to 3 years ago when I said people should read Guns of the Dawn?" Like, don't take that from me. Don't take that crap from me.
It's the Captain American shield. It's hypnotic. Also,
No,
white
but stay in your talk about Game of Thrones and Dandelion Dynasty, and stay out of my freaking Guns of the Dawn. No, this is my stuff.
This is our time. Our time down here.
Elder Race is fantastic, by the way. Doghead.
Marianne, I don't know. Sorry how to pronounce your name, but I'm not sure if you like Cage of Souls, but it's many people's least favorite. So give
No one likes
another
Cage
book
of
a try.
Bookworm can have Cage of Souls and any of Tchaikovsky's science fiction, but
so I will say
Dawn
this could reignite the Leanna.
you know what? I hope Bookborn hates it. I hope she hates it.
Yes.
Like seriously, I hope she she thinks it's mid. I really do. Like I hope Bookborn. Beep. I hope Bookborn thinks it's mid and doesn't like it. So that then it can be just something that I like that I can have on my own. So there. Because frickin' Murphy took Tyrant Philosophers from me. So that's not mine anymore. So there. How about that one? I'll always have Parker.
It's true.
Ain't nobody ever gonna take that.
Until Philip starts reading it and then he makes it into
You still have Daniel Abraham.
Oh my gosh, Kyle. Rewind the conversation and you'll hear everything about why I hope she hates it.
Honestly, that last comment he had.
No. If we don't get a sequel because I liked it, we're not going to get a sequel because Bookborn liked it.
There's a possibility. There is a small possibility that he is writing the sequel right now. Or
that's right. That's right. He mentioned a sequel when I liked it and messaged him about it before. So whatever.
He already decided, Kyle. So more people would have to like
it. Hates it. I hope she hates it. You know what? No, I don't even hope she hates it. I hope she thinks it was fine. I hope she said it was fine. That's what I really hope. Like, my worst nightmare would be if she loves it. My worst nightmare. And I realize it sounds like I hate Bookborn. I don't. I don't. I don't hate Bookborn at all. I love Bookborn. I just don't. I want the popular people to leave some scraps for the rest of us. Like seriously. Like ain't nobody coming to me to talk about Sanderson. Nobody's coming to me to talk about Sanderson. Nobody's coming to me to talk about Sanderson. Nobody's coming to me to talk about Game of Thrones.
Way.
I mean, yeah. No one's coming to me to talk about Game of Thrones. Like, that's fine. That's fine also. No one's coming to me to talk about Dandelion Dynasty.
But they should be, because you should have read it by now.
Shut up. Leave something for me. Like, leave something for the rest of us down here. You know, like, they don't take everything from us poor people. What?
Matt! Oh my god!
Matt, I don't know about Alan, but no, I mean, finally you'll all get a rant video from me. No, I'll tweet at Adrian Tchaikovsky every day, every single day.
I genuinely thought I almost broke my nose from slamming my face so hard.
Oh, that's good. That's true. It does have guns. That's true. Good. That excites me. Good.
Nice.
Join Alan's Discord, Marianne. it is there in his description of every video.
Because I also don't think Bookborn is going to talk about Care Bears either. So yeah, you can come talk to me. So at least I still have some things.
Wait for the twist at the end of the month.
And then yeah, the watch. That's true. That's true. Doesn't read Discworld. Doesn't like the watch. So we're good. Yeah, I still got some things. That's fine. That's cool.
Just wait. Bookborn's going to have a panel at the convention where she talks about Care Bears. Here first.
Does Bookborn really have a panel at that convention?
She talked about. She did it last year, I think.
And she doesn't know what panel she's going to be on this year.
But she's probably going to talk about Care Bears.
She ain't going to talk about Care Bears. And I think I knew that, so I don't think I can get mad about something I already knew about. Yeah, that's fine. Look. We understand that we are not part of the chosen few. And poor Pete, you're one of the, you've got your robe and dagger like all pressed and polished, ready to go kiss the feet. And you don't even get the royal treatment. I feel bad for Pete. You're part of the cult. At least the rest of us are hanging out here on the outside and don't care. We're not part of the chosen few. Like, we don't get a chance to kiss the ring and be blessed. You know, like I'm aware of that. I'm fine. Like, I'm fine with that. But
just sitting out here.
Why do I only like reclusive authors or dead people? Like, where's my invite to the freaking cottage in the woods?
Anita.
Jay Parker.
We have talked about doing a ParkerCon where we just show up on his front lawn and stage a convention.
I don't need to. I need to show up. Like, we can like pose as deer or something. And when he comes out to feed us, we can say, "We love the folding knife." And then
talk to Zara about if there's any large fields next to his house.
Scare us what? No, because in the forest.
Oh, cool. We can all just be up in the trees then.
I mean, we already planned to have a convention there, right? At Parker's house.
Yeah.
So we'll just
Isn't everyone here dead? Isn't Bernard Cornwell's alive.
Yeah, he is.
I think only James Clare.
James Clavell's dead. Bernard Cornwell. No one's ever seen Bernard Cornwell. Has anybody ever seen him? I've never heard him speak, ever. I think he only exists, I think he's like the ghost in like the Victrola, where like you turn it on the record and like a book comes out. I don't think anybody's ever seen Bernard Cornwell. Look, Tchaikovsky
is hilarious.
Tchaikovsky has an epic beard and epic eyebrows, and he has had enough of you.
It's true. He's a spider wizard or something.
So anyway,
Black Iron Legacy.
So yeah, my hope is that Bookborn doesn't like. That's my hope. And you know.
Oh, gutter prayer.
Like we have. That's Garrett Malanahan. Or whatever. Harahan. Halalalan.
Sean Rahan.
Sean. Oh, there you go. That's what I said.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Anyway.
He just doesn't like bugs, dog-eared pages.
Stuff's got to be left over here for the rest of us. Like, you know, like we got to have some table scraps to feast off of.
I don't think Bookborn would like Shadows of the App, maybe because of the bugs. I don't know.
Oh, no, there's too much war in that. There's way too much, like.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, Game of Thrones. I don't know. Look, Bookborn ain't going near freaking Shadow of the App because Leanna didn't recommend it to her, and Kyle didn't recommend it to her. Though I guess Kyle could, and then I could lose that too. Look, guys,
You hear that, Kyle? Hush.
Look.
What if she just starts inviting chats about
He's busy messenger right now, telling her that I said I hope she hated it. That's what's happening right now.
She'll come on Discord actually later tonight. Alan, I heard that.
Guys, look, we're at war, whether we say so or not. So we might as well say so. And you know what? You're going to pick a side. And there is the side of those of us who scrimp and scramp and scrim and scrum for like the gristle left on the bone of stuff to talk about in the book community. Because our thumbnails don't have us going, carrying a huge pile of books that looks like, oh, it may fall over, but the books are facing the other way, so you can't see what the titles are. So that we don't have, because I noticed this when I uploaded my freaking Resident Evil thing. YouTube now has a thing where you can upload 3 thumbnails and they'll just cycle the 3 and tell you which one does better. So, you know, so we're not part of the elite group, guys.
That's annoying.
I know. That's why you always see the changing thumbnails and the changing titles. So, guys, we have to live off what the nobles leave on the ground. They take the harvest, and whatever they drop, they leave for us. So we got to have something to talk about, because ain't nobody coming to my channel during the month of December. Like, nobody. There's not one person go watch my channel during the month of December. Not one. And you want to know why? Because they're going to be watching everybody else who's going to feast from the banquet, from the table of, you know, big releases.
Here's a solution. Every thumbnail you post on every video, just write, "Did he read Sanderson?"
I mean, no, I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, so we're at war. So we and you know what? Sometimes shots got to be fired, shot across the bow. I like Bookborn, and I like Bookborn like through the day that we drag her out of her villa and guillotine her in the forum, which didn't happen in Rome. So, like the square, I guess.
Can I have the Captain America shield when we do that?
I'll be a huge fan. Yeah, we can put the head on the shield.
Heck yeah, slide it down a hill.
Yeah, and I'll still be a fan. I'll be like, look, you know what? She died as she lived. So, you know what? I mean, this is just how things go, guys. Like I didn't start the war. I'm just a casualty. I'm just a casualty of it.
So are you saying that
get along?
You didn't start the fire and it was always burning as the world was turning?
Look, since the world's been turning, man. Rock and Roller Cola Wars. Like, I can't take it anymore. I like how that's what tips Billy Joel over the edge. Like, talking about Rock and Roller Cola Wars, that's when he's got to empty the table. Children of Thalidomide, he's fine. But we got to talk about rock and rollers arguing over Coke or Pepsi. No, that table's getting upended. Like, those priorities are weird, Billy Joel. William. So
that's the name his mother calls him.
I don't know how to log this section of the chat.
Bookborn hates Guns of the Dawn. That's how we're gonna.
We can ignore this part of
stories. And should it be Bookborn? I hope Bookborn hates Guns of the Dawn.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, Bookborn.
Why I don't want Bookborn to love Guns of the Dawn is the title of the video.
Why I hope Bookborn hates Guns of the Dawn. Look, I love Bookborn. I'm a huge Bookborn fan. I'm a Bookborn proponent. But Bookborn is an enemy of the people, and so must be destroyed. I can't help it.
As soon as she crosses that turf onto your lawn, that's when it's off.
Look, if you've got 50,000 subscribers, you're not one of the people. Unless, I mean, if I had 50,000 subscribers, I would be. But I'm the only one. I don't have 50,000. So that's a fake issue.
They would just keep moving the goalposts, wouldn't they?
I mean, probably. Anyway. I don't even. Here's the thing, Marianne. Tomorrow, I will remember having said none of this, and I have to rely on people quoting me to be like, "Oh, that does sound like something I'd say." I did say that, didn't I? I will remember none of it. None of it.
It's a good thing this is on YouTube forever.
So anybody who thinks, in seriousness, if y'all think I don't like Bookborn, you're not right. Like, I like Bookborn. Like, seriously. Like in seriousness. Like.
See, Alan loves Bookborn, Alan loves Guns of the Dawn. The combination, he doesn't.
No, I like as a friend, I hope Bookborn like loves Guns of the Dawn like I do. But as an unreasonable person who doesn't like it when more popular people like things that I like, and thus stealing my thunder, and also as someone who has to, scrimp and scrump and scramp and scrump from the leavings of the nobility, I don't.
Alternatively, hopefully, if she does like it, she'll like it, but she just won't talk about it publicly.
What if I yell at her to bring you on the channel to talk about it?
What?
Pete,
Alive with you.
she's busy rereading Song of Ice and Fire anyway. So
You can call it Game of Thrones, and if anybody says, actually, that's called the Song of Ice and Fire, punch them in the throat and say you can call it Game of Thrones. Shut up. Like, tell them to shut up.
Thank you, Alan.
Everyone calls it Game of Thrones. You want to know why? There was a television show called Game of Thrones that did all the books. So it's okay to call it Game of Thrones.
Thank you. I am very conscious about it.
Do you know what's shorter? Do you know what's shorter than saying A Song of Ice and Fire? Saying Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Boom. 3 syllables. Game of Thrones.
What if I call it Asoyaf?
No, please.
I hate that.
No.
I hate Asoyaf. You know what? Asoyaf you. How about that?
I'm very offended now.
Anyway.
I don't want to get assoyed.
I was gonna leave. This has been the longest segment break. I was gonna leave and go hang out with my wife, and instead I'm sitting here. Who ruined this? Who told me that Bookmore was reading Guns of the Dawn and thus started this?
Mike Wendelin. Yes.
Mike throwing like an army of kobolds out here.
Ah!
Mike never
Anyways,
gets in the
out with your wife, Alan.
I love Mike.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out with my wife. Anyway, guys, it's been delightful. Make sure that do not misquote me when y'all go rat me out to friggin' Bookborn. Make sure y'all tell Bookborn that I like her and not like
We're gonna timestamp this entire conversation for context. So good.
Look, I've got it written down, so I'll release the whole thing as a video. This is why Bookborn hates Guns of the Dawn. So it's just terrible. It sounds like, I think it sounds bad in context, but it definitely sounds bad out of context.
Take it even more out of context. Bookborn hates guns.
No. The worst out of context is when we drag her out of her villa and guillotine her in court. Like that's the worst out of context.
Oh my gosh.
You heard it. You were sitting right there. Oh, well. She said she wasn't listening. All right.
Bookborn, guillotined, question mark? That's the thumbnail.
All right, whatever. I'm leaving, guys. Bye.
Bye.